Welcome to episode 74 of Mompreneur Space live show. I'm Kenneth Choo, the host and also the author of Mother Industrialist, Perfecting the Balance Between Motherhood and Business Success. I've been running my own digital marketing agency, KC Creative Marketing, for the past 5 years. So in this new season, I will still be interviewing a successful mompreneur every Monday, and I hope that it will continue to inspire and motivate more mothers who are running their own business or for those who wanted to start on their own. So during the live show, you can start posting your question in the comments and we will answer them at the end of the show. So please enjoy this episode. So in this new episode, we will be talking about why you should always have a plan B. So this is something that I have it very close to my heart and I always wanted to share with more mothers. And today I have this mompreneur. Her name is she's someone that I've known through another mompreneur, and in fact her sister was the guest before her in the last episode. So for her, she's a financial controller with a US listed company. She's also a founder of her own company, AMTF, which is a corporate management firm. She's also an entrepreneur of a global franchise business. She's a single mom of 2 boys, 19 and 15. She's also the co-founder of the Noya Sister, which she recently founded with her sister Chris. So without further ado, let us welcome Sarah. Hi Sarah.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Sarah.
Good to have you. So, wow, today we have a lot of audiences that's tuning in. So maybe you can say a hi to them. So we have Jessica, we have Chris, your sister. We have Eddie.
Hello, everyone.
We have Sarah Kang. Wow, that's another Sarah. Okay, so before we move on, right, there's a tradition that every guest get to post the question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So, Sarah, are you ready to receive the question of the day posted by the previous guest?
Yep.
Okay, so the previous guest posted this question of the day, which is, what would you advise a mother who wanted to start a business, but they say they don't have time? Okay, let me repeat again. What would you advise a mother who wanted to start a business, but they say they don't have time? Okay, got it?
Yes.
Spend some time to think about it while I go onto Facebook Live and see if you are live successfully, and I will come back to you, all right? Okay, let me see. And today in this episode, we are going to talk about why you should always have a plan B.
Okay, no time. Talking about no time, I think I am one of the people that classify under no time. Okay, I have been single. I single and holding 3 jobs. Yeah, so I need to handle my 2 kids, and then also have to handle 3 jobs. So I don't see what is the problem with the time, because every level of your every stage of life, especially when your children and your work, there's always changes. So you will always think that there's no time. Yeah, when they grow up, you will have when they are young, you have the time. When they are young, you have a lot of problems. You have to deal with their studies and stuff. And when they are older, there's other things that you need to handle. So if you are talking about time, right? Actually, honestly speaking, if you want to talk about no time, you will always have no time. Yeah. So it's the matter of how you segregate your time management on the things that you need to do. Yeah. So if you think that there's no time, honestly speaking, you don't have time to do anything.
You're right.
They won't have time to do anything. Yes. Yeah. So if you really want to do something, I think time shouldn't be an issue.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not time is not an excuse. Yeah. You just have to find, because everybody is the same. Yeah. Everybody have only 24 hours. You don't have more than me. I don't have more than you.
Yeah. I think this question of the day really goes to you, because for you, you are holding 3 jobs. You're basically a financial controller with a company you're employed. You're also a founder of your own company, which is a corporate management firm. And third, you are also running a global franchise business at the same time. So you are basically utilizing your time and having 3 jobs. So like you mentioned, there's no excuses to say there's no time, because we always make time. So thanks a lot, Sarah. And now we can officially kickstart with the show. And today is very, very crowded. We have a lot of guests that's tuning in today. We have Joshua E. Hi, Joshua.
Oh.
We have Adeline Low. Hi, Adeline. She's also another mompreneur. I think today's topic, right, like why you should always have a plan B, it attracted a lot of people tuning in. So thanks a lot. Now, if you guys can hear us, if you have any question, you can just post in the comments. And if you guys can hear us, can give us some hearts, so we know that you guys can hear us clearly. And we're going to start really soon. So let us see, let us know where you guys are from, and maybe say hi to Sarah, give her some support. Okay, good. So Sarah, before we move on, right, maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself, especially for those who are seeing you for the first time. What are you doing? What were you doing before you become maybe start your business, before you go on this path of entrepreneurship and running your own business, and what are you currently doing now? At the same time, maybe share with us where are you from, because we do have an international audience that is tuning in, and for those who are watching the replay, so you can introduce yourself. Where are you from? So maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Sarah. I'm from Singapore. I am 45 years old this year, and a single mother of 2 boys, aged 19 and 15. Yeah. Okay. By profession, I am an accountant, currently holding a financial controller position with a US listed company, a subsidiary in Singapore. Yeah. So handling their financial activities in the Asia region. And then at the same time, I'm also a business owner myself. I have a corporate management firm named AMTF Management, that is a corporate secretarial firm that I help companies to handle all the corporate matters with the government. And then I have this business of my own for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I have also embarked in a global franchise business in beauty, health, and wellness about a year ago with my sister. Yeah, my sister is sort of my business partner. Yeah, and yeah, so now I am like what we said earlier. I'm running 3 jobs and 2 boys and a family.
Wow, that is the power of motherhood. Basically, when you became a mom, you can do a lot of things. That's why a lot of time people call mothers super mom, because they are like really like Superman with supernatural powers. You can do a lot of things. Like for you, when I first know you through your sister Chris, I was like, wow, you are such a petite lady, but you're holding so many roles. When I know that you're a single mom with 2 big boys, I was like, wow, what are the things that, is there anything that you can't do? Yeah. And for you, you are always active, and I know that you don't sleep that early, because you are also a financial controller for a US listed company, meaning that when we all sleep, you are still working. Because
I need to, correct. I need to sometimes match with their time zone.
Yeah, and I understand why now why your eyes is so small, because you like sleep. Or maybe you like to smile a lot, that's why the eyes is looking small. So like just now you mentioned, like there's no excuses of saying that you don't have time. Like for you, I'm just curious, how many hours of sleep do you have?
For me, actually for beginning stage, right? That means like more probably like 10 years back. I really sleep very little. Sometimes I can sleep like 2-3 hours a day. Yeah, because during the day I got to run on my employment job. Then after that, evening or at the night, I got to run my own business, whereby I had to help clients draft up accounts and report, because it's a full package thing. Yeah. So and then sometimes like I cannot during the day, right, or even during the evening time. I try to give during the evening when I'm at home. My time is always for my children. Yeah, so before they sleep, I will try to do as much things with them. Then after that, when they go to sleep, is the time I start my work.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why people say I sacrifice my sleeping time. To I try to do as much things as I can. Yeah, so I need to make sure that I
You
really
have more
make
time
sure
to
my
work, right?
time to, yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So and the other thing is, like, currently you are holding multiple roles. Like for the past 10 years you have been in this mode, right? Then how do you do that? It's like how did it, who gave you the energy, who gave you that power, or who gave you that strength to really persist on in the past 10 years?
Okay, first thing I must say that before I turn single mom, I my life actually have no difference. Yeah, I'm a like I think I mentioned that I am a single married mom. Yeah, so I don't I play the same role as what I am after I'm divorced. I'm the father, I'm the mother, and I'm still the a working parent. Yeah. So that's I mean maybe from here you will know that why I divorced because there's no difference. So so to me, I all the while from the day I am become a mom, right, I have been doing all this while. So I don't see much difference. And then I think the strength is I got the strength is from my kids. Yeah.
For 2 boys.
Yes, because they don't choose to be my children.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since they come, I need to do something. I need to make sure that I take care of them well. So that includes everything,
Wow.
all parts. Yeah.
Were you like that when you were still single or married but without kids yet? Were you like that? Is your character like that already, or you became stronger after you became a mom?
Probably it's because of my character. Because from young, right, I am very independent. Yeah. So, like, although I am, my mom only have two daughters. I'm the younger one. Yeah. But my sister don't stay with us when I was young. Yeah, she stay with my grandmother. So, and my mom took care of other people. She's a nanny for other
Yeah,
people's kids,
that,
right?
that is what most of them were doing.
Yeah, correct. During that generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I become from the youngest, right? I become the eldest. So I got to look after the
The
kids that my
family, the
mother
kids.
look after.
You have to
Yeah,
babysit
so
them
that
also lah.
become, yes, correct. So I become like an elder sister.
Like
I gotta help
大姐大。
out with the help out with the housework and then look after them at the same time. Yeah, my burden for my mother. Yeah, because she's not only look after, she still got to she's also a tailor. Yeah. So also it's because of my mom. Because my mom also she's the same I'm sort of a bit like her. Yeah. From young I see her, right? She can work from morning to night, very late. And even when we are sleeping, then I can wake up in the middle of the night, I can see her sitting at the sewing machine sewing. Yeah. So it's sort of like because you see your mother can work so hard, right?
Correct.
Then it becomes a habit that we will try to help out as much at home.
Yeah, like
So
I
from
think,
young is a character build up that way.
I think because you see your mother as a role model, she's working so hard and she's like your super mom. Like she say, wow, she's so good. She's taking care of everyone, taking care of other people, kids, and at the same time, she also earning money as a nanny. So to you are seeing her, and that kind of character and personality embedded into you, and that created your personality without you knowing. and furthermore,
Yes.
you are helping her to babysit. So she's considered like an entrepreneur. She's like a businesswoman, but more of a home-based business because nanny ma.
She is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like other than taking care of other people's kids, she's also sewing, meaning that she's also earning another income.
Correct. Multiple source.
Correct. So I guess that is very interesting because before talking to you, I didn't realize that all this nitty-gritty stuff in the past, like these are considered multiple stream. Like back then, my mother
Yes.
were doing the electronics like 电子, so that we as kids we have
yeah.
to put
Correct.
help them to put in the chips into that the plastic. So it's very interesting that they are doing that for additional income. They are kind of working from home, but utilizing the children. And lucky, thank God that she has three kids to help her to do so she has like child labor at home to really help her. But I guess we had fun. And back then she was sewing also. Yeah. So once you talk about it, it kind of like bring back the memory that when our parents during their era, when our nation is getting stronger from third world and getting to second world, and so on and so forth. So this is like bring back the memory, and now I understand why you have this character of holding multiple roles and also single-handling 2 boys, because you used to babysit a lot of children. So motherhood to you is not a foreign thing, which is very, very interesting. So at the same time, we have
from
Corinne.
young.
We have Corinne Lee that's tuning in. Hi, Corinne. So we have Jia Yang. Yeah, Jia Yang, which is a friend of mine. Hi, Jia Yang. Okay.
Hi, Jiayang.
So okay. So what were you doing before you got married or become a single mom?
Okay, before I got before I got married, right, I think like when you're my life is a bit how you call that? That means like it's not so people will have a road that they want to go. For me, I keep changing.
Oh, okay.
For me, right? Okay, I'm an art student. I don't. People will think that art and accounts is so different. Yeah. So
Yes.
before I turn accountant, I'm actually an art student, and actually I'm also a certified interior designer, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. So I can I design houses also.
Wow.
Yeah, I can design interior design for people. What happened is that when I do my interior designing studies, I'm also doing part-time for interior firm. I have knowledge of accounting, so I help them to do some bookkeeping. And also from there, right, then sort of like so people always say that I am like a bit of a 艺术家脾气. So when I'm doing my interior, I like it is because that is my passion. I like art. Yeah. I like to design. So, but when it really go into a real profession, okay, you need to handle other people's house. You need to handle with those owners and because they own the house, you cannot blame them. They have a lot of they will have a lot of the what you call that, their own expectation and stuff. But sort of this type of expectation, and along the way, maybe I'm still very young at that time. I'm only about 17 to 18. Yeah, so the passion sort of like the actual job, right? Actually, sort of like
different from what you expected.
What I expected. And then the passion will slowly like I feel very die off, very stressed and stuff, which is not what I want. Yeah. So from then, because I'm also doing bookkeeping and stuff, so I thought I'm thinking to myself that okay, maybe I just want to keep my passion as my passion. Yeah. So I go into something that
totally different.
Totally different, yeah. But I made it.
For so many years.
Yeah, so from then I started to study accounting and stuff, but I didn't give up my interior design. I still help like my sister's house, I helped her to design the initial stage for I think 2 houses. Then after that, what you call that, the some relatives and stuff, right, they will ask me for advice. I'll give that for free because that is my passion. Yeah, without charges. Yes. Then I go on with studying accountancy, and then from there I branch out to do audit.
Mm.
And from audit, I think I do for a short time of corporate. Then I got married. Then after I got married, I started my freelancing. That means I
Ah.
do freelance accounting for companies at home.
Oh.
Yeah. Then because my intention is I wanted to start a family early. So when I give birth to my son, I'm able to look after my elder son at the same time
Still earning
earn
an
the
income.
income. Yes.
So
Yeah.
so you left a job before you had your kid, or you have your kid then you left your job?
Uh, I left the job before I have a kid.
Okay, so you were
Yeah.
doing freelancing before you have a kid because you were
Yes.
planning. Because I also believe that the lifestyle as in audit or even accounting is not really conducive enough or good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. So yeah, so from then, that's why all the while I have been doing different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like quite helping me to have. I see different people. I see different things. I deal with different businesses.
You
Yeah.
mean for accounting? That means when you're doing freelancing
Yes.
accounting, that
Correct.
okay. You
Yeah,
get to meet
and
different
because when
people.
I do interior designing, right, I don't regret going into that trade because although it helped, it was quite stressful, and then my passion nearly got wiped out because of that. But during that 2 years, right, studying and working at the same time and in that trade, I meet different people. That is the time whereby I really train myself. Yeah, because I meet really a lot of different
Different type of
people.
people.
Yeah, different type of people. Yeah, you can tell me about how difficult people to deal with. Yeah, tell me about it. I met with a different type of people, from the most difficult to the most easy.
But
Yeah.
I guess things always happen for a reason, because of the experience that also allows you to handle your freelancing clients, ultimately when you start your own business and whatever that you are venturing in. Yeah, it helps you a lot because of experience. And just how you mentioned about you being a designer, interior designer, and when you came out to work for people, you realize, hey, how come it's so different from what you study? I can totally resonate with you because I majored in fashion design. So I was supposed to train as a fashion designer, but I realized that the market doesn't have a lot of fashion designer, and it's not easy to be a fashion designer because the government doesn't really advocate. And most of my designer classmates, they end up in bridal boutique, and they were designing for bridal gowns, wedding gowns. But like you mentioned, the customer is the one wearing the gown, so the customer will have expectation like, oh I want my gown to be like that, like that. Then in the end, your creativity basically throw aside. You just have to be commercial and just fit into their needs and just make them a happy customer. And like you mentioned, when you're young, you have the arty-farty thing, so you want your design to go through, but you know that you are just banging on the wall. In the end,
correct.
you just have to how should I put it, to put your ego one side or put your artistic one side and just do the job and just get over and done with. Just try a bit to have a bit of your designer flair inside into the creation. Yeah, I think that will be good. Sarah, are you there?
Sorry, there's a bit of cut off.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, so we always try to have a bit of flair inside the designer flair. But like you mentioned, I also have that disappointment, and that's why my first job after I graduated, or in fact after I graduated, I went to army. After I came out from army, I went into a fabric mill. That means to work for fabric mill houses, where we sell fabric to like Old Navy and Baby Gap. Yeah, but it's still in fashion, just that it's totally different. So a lot of my designer friend also went into merchandising. So it's so much different than what you first sign up for. That means when you sign up for designing course or the interior design. I wanted interior design, but my marks was too high, so I couldn't get into one. Yeah, so I totally understand you, and that's why the career switch, the practical part that you took accounting. Yeah, then for me, I took media sales, publishing sales, and that's where it became our career ultimately in the past 10 over years. So having said that, so coming back to you being a single mom, that like, is it after you became a single mom that you have thought of a plan B? Because our topic of today, which is also chosen by you, like why you should always have a plan B. Like we also ask the audience like whether they have their plan B. In fact, we have about 33% that have a plan B, and we have about 67% which do not have a plan B. So that's where I guess that's why they are coming in to tune in to find out why they should always have a plan B. So maybe you can share with us like why we should always have a plan B, like coming from you. Yeah, you can share with us.
Yeah. Okay, you're asking me that whether it's before I become a single mom or after I become a single mom. Honestly speaking, is after I become a single mom. Yeah, and it's actually a very practical reason. Yeah, because as a single mom, and then I'm having 2 boys. Yeah, I'm holding on to their care and control. So that makes me having double financial stress.
Yep.
Yeah. And especially for me, right? What happened is my 2 kids have some psychological issues. Yeah, like my elder one, he used to have emotional disorder. Yeah, so he need to see what happened is that he can when he can do very well during his normal school time, but during exam he will black out.
Okay.
And he will have a lot of stress.
Wow.
He ever fainted in front of me once. That was before he released his I think his PSLE results being released. Yeah, so all these are issues that I don't sit on it. Yep. Because I don't want them to carry the problem when they grow older.
Correct.
Or even throughout their life. Because I think psychological health is also important. It's actually equally important as your own health. I mean the body, the physical part. Yeah. So I find always a method. I bring them to see psychologists. I do all kinds of assessment to find out what's the problem. I like our generation parents will say that you don't know how to or they will just say don't know how to study means don't know how to study. There's there must be is their problem. Confirm it's not, but I don't take it that way. Yeah, maybe also because of my issue lah. So my own grown up issue. So I will try always a method, because I believe that if I try and I can able to help them, I got no regrets. Yeah. That's right. So with all these issues, right? Then coincidentally, my younger one also had problem. He has ADHD and also learning disorder, and also have anxiety. So both of them has this issue whereby I will need to bring them with all these outsourced professional help. Correct. So with all these, right? We all know that in Singapore, these helps are very expensive.
Costly, yes.
Yes, very costly. Yeah. So because of this, right? I got no choice but to earn as much money as I can. Yeah. So I cannot just rely on my my job.
Yes.
Yeah. My job bring me a fixed income whereby I can bring them where I can bring back food. I'm also the sole breadwinner, so I can bring back food and stuff or whatever the school needs and this and that. But it will not be enough for a lot of other external things like this.
Like you sending them for treatment, setting them for assessment, all these are costly also.
Yes, correct.
And it's not possible that your boss will keep on giving you pay raise. There's always a limit. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So I got to thank my boss on this portion also. Because people were saying that, wow, how come you can do this job and at the same time you can run your own business?
Correct.
It's actually because of him. he has a lot of companies that require corporate services.
Yep.
Yeah, but then we used to outsource to people, but he's not happy with myself. So I happened that I suggest to him that since I got to do on everything on my own, may as well I do it for you. But because I need to have the license, because I'm a licensed corporate secretary of Accra, yeah, so I got to get the license. I got to get it from an official company. He has his approval to have this company, and then to help him to handle his company.
Yes, Sarah, hold on. Are you there? I just lost you for a while.
Yeah.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're back.
Okay. Where am I?
About your boss?
I'm saying that. Yes, he gave me a lot of trust. So because of his company, I opened up this AMTF, and then it sort of like from there, right? It acts as a vehicle for me to open up a business line for myself, yeah, to other companies. Yes, and because of this, then I able to help a lot with this external
like costly the treatment,
costing.
Yeah.
Yes, but why I go into a third business is because of we all know that the economy is not very good. Yeah,
especially
and then
now.
yes, especially now. And then although I have my own business, but my business do face challenges.
Yep.
Yeah, the challenges is that I face with low price competition.
Correct.
Yeah, there's a lot of more lower cost competitor in the market. So customer or clients have more choices.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will lose my clients here and there. Yeah. Then sometimes clients can go MIA. Then I don't know, where to find the people and stuff. Yeah. So it becomes a bit dependent, and then it got me to think that since I have all the while been multitasking, so might as well I would get into another form of business to try to see whether how to sustain. Yeah, correct. So you will find that why I say that now, like, we're not only talking about plan B, can be about plan C.
Yes.
Yeah, because your plan A, plan B, sometimes you do not know which one is the not so stable one.
Yep.
Yeah, so so it's always good to always on the lookout. Yeah.
And coming to talk about it, right? What scares me, right, is recently I know of a lot of friends who got laid off. Suddenly, the whole department got dissolved, because they are working for international company, even is US listed. But once they dissolve the department because they need to cut off the cost because of COVID, because of whatever is going on, because the number one of cost cutting will definitely be a whole department. If this department is redundant or it's not needed locally, then they will just cut it off. And recently I have I think a handful of friends who lost their job. They were so, like, I would say during Chinese New Year, they were very positive about their job. They say, this year I'm going to have pay raise, but suddenly, just last 2 months, a lot of them got laid off, and they only have plan A. They don't have plan B at all.
Yes.
And
so it caught them by surprise.
Correct.
They will
and
not know
that
what to
scares
do.
me. And that scares me because imagine they are already late 30s, they're coming to 40s, they have children, some of them have 2 to 3, and they only have one plan A. And that scares me because that happened to me about 5 years ago. I got laid off. Because the partner were not seeing that they could hold on with the company. And I was lucky enough that my client said, "Hey Kenneth, why not you start your own company?" And I started my own company. And coming to think of it, right, in my past few careers, right, I never worked in a job for more than 2 years. But I have been in my company for coming 5 years. So that is something that I felt that even today, right, even my business, I'm not just doing digital marketing. I'm also doing other stuff. I'm doing training, I'm doing a mentorship, and doing a lot of other stuff. Because like you mentioned, it's always good to have plan C, plan D. Because your plan A and plan B, it could be together as one. Meaning that when the economy goes down, like you mentioned about accounting. What if accounting is being replaced by AI, by computers,
Correct.
or even the competition? Even today, like the market gets saturated, you are competing with a lot of people. So this is something that you will not expect, because this is things that you cannot control.
Yes,
That's why
definitely.
that's why I also understand why you go into a global franchise business, because rather than just working locally
Yeah.
and just dependent on the local market, which is getting more and more saturated, you decided to go to another industry, which is
Yes.
health and beauty. So this is where your plan C is. Yeah. So
Yeah. And it's also people are getting more health conscious. Yeah, so going to the you want to go into a business, go into something that the
the
trend,
industry.
yeah, industry is important,
Yeah.
and going with the with a with a with a good company, with a good reputation company is also important. Yeah,
We
so
also
that's
got very
why
good track record, right?
yes, that's right. So like me being an accountant, we always have to make sure that especially me, because I have two boys,
Yes.
so I cannot have liabilities that I'm supposed to find a source of income,
Yeah.
not to find a source of liability.
Yes.
Yeah, and add on to the burden. Yeah, that's definitely no. Yeah, so that's why having a plan C, no matter whether it's a plan B or a plan C, knowing you are in the correct industry, knowing that what you are doing is safe and is the correct road is important.
Yep.
That's why you need to do a lot of listening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There also
finding
must
out.
be certainty, right? Like whatever that
Yes.
you're going in. It's not like a lot of my friends, they just jump into investment, jump into
Yes.
cryptocurrency, jump into stock. I was like, do you even know investment? Do you even know what company are you investing in? And a lot of stuff. So like what you mentioned, right? For you is even more important.
Yes.
Before you jump in, you do all your due diligence. You even research whether this company have a good track record, whether this company is into a evergreen. Like health and beauty is evergreen. Whether is it a good economy, bad economy, people will still take care of their health.
Yes.
People will still take care of their skin, their beauty, maybe lesser, but it still be much into I would say self-care.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about self-care, yes. Why the reason of me going into it is also because, like, all the while, right, I have not been sleeping a lot, or I didn't really take care of myself because I'm
Correct.
busy taking care of other people. Yeah, so when I first doing those checking and scanning on me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually quite scary. I have quite a lot of health issue where I have
Challenge.
insomnia. Sometimes it's not purposely I don't sleep. It's because I just can't sleep.
Yeah, because the mind is too active, right?
Yeah.
Because you're using your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then my weight is not ideal. I am my fat is slightly high at the high side, and then I also have other health problem.
Challenges.
Yes,
Yep.
correct. So end up I tried on the transformation journey with the products and stuff, and then I am truly convinced because it really helps me. Yeah, the I think my overall don't lie. Yeah,
Yeah,
so if
correct,
you
correct.
people will see my before and after, they will know.
Yes.
Yeah, so they will know why is it why why I actually it's not trying to it's not the thing brainwash. People always say that probably you're being brainwashed. But I would say that it's not brainwash. It's that sometimes you let the thing speak for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
pictures
you are
and the
the
real
true
life don't.
testimonial of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So from then I do know that yes, okay, having to do all the responsibility that you need, right, is a confirmed thing. That you cannot run from it, because that is a responsibility. But besides this responsibility, taking good care of yourself, having the self-love is important.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's why I get something that I can get the thing to help me and to love myself, and then
Get
to
the
make
best of
myself
both
look
worlds. Yeah.
yes, and then I can also help people with that.
Yeah, you are
Yes.
absolutely right, and this is something that I always advocate to whichever mom that I come across, because a lot of time I realize that mothers sacrifice. They always sacrifice for their children, especially during their early years as a motherhood, as a mother. And when their kids grew up, when the kids kind of don't need them anymore, or they have their own friends, they start to have boyfriend, girlfriend, then the mother just have that realization. And most of them are in the age of 40 to 45, where a lot of their
Yeah.
kids are grown up because they are married, they have their kids when they were in early 30s. And like for your kids now, they are 19 and 15. I believe that they are pretty old boys already. They already have their own thinking and all that stuff. They made it, hey, mommy, I don't need you and all that stuff. And that's why you have more time to spend on you. And that is the alarming part. You realize that, hey, what am I going to do? All my concentration is on my kids, and now my kids tell me, mommy, I don't need you now. And we as parents, we understand, but it's always hard. But when we look back, we realize that how much damage we have done to ourselves. Like we don't love our body, our figure go haywire, go sideways, our health, our gut, our liver, everything, all the spare parts start to have problems. So that's where we start to look into ourselves. But it's never too late. Like you mentioned,
Yes.
it's never too late.
Correct.
And even for you, it's even more important because you're only the sole breadwinner, you are their only parent, and
Yes.
anything happens to you, you as a, okay, because I'm also a parent, I have a 11-year-old, so I would not want my daughter to take care of me,
Yes.
expect
That's
a
important.
minor to take care of us. That's
Right.
where we need to take care of our health. That's why eating right, eating all that stuff. It's easy said than done, but when you have a reason, when you have a why, and when you start to take care of yourself, you know the importance of self-care, which I want to share with a lot of parents out there that really must take care of yourself. You may say that, oh, everything for your kids, but frankly speaking, I've seen a lot, I've talked to a lot of parents like you are in your 40, 45, you don't look like, because like before our show, I was like, hey, I thought we are about the same age. Then when you told me that you're 45, I was like, huh?
Thank
Couldn't
you.
be it. So I guess it's also really taking care of yourself and making sure that your health and your beauty, especially for ladies, I guess it's always good to look good so that you're always marketable. You're always like, there's always someone that will be looking for you, yeah, stuff like that. And having said that, right, is it because that you became a single mom, that's why you felt that multiple source of income or even a plan B, plan C is important?
Like I say, of course, for me, right, is when it hits me when I am a single mom that during that time because of all the financial. But when you come to think about it, right, whether you are or you are not, you still need to have that plan B.
Yep.
Yeah, because as a woman, right, financially strong is very important.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you won't want to because you will not know whether things will ever be so will ever be peaceful, will
smooth.
ever be right all the while. That
Yeah.
means it's going to be one day. What if it suddenly hit you?
Correct.
It's just like what you said, that those people being your friends being laid off by the company.
Yep.
Same thing.
And,
It's the same thing.
And this is something, okay, this is, I really see people happening, even my because I have a lot of close friends, they are ladies, they are mothers, they are some people's wife, and a lot of their husband, right, especially, okay, because I'm a man, I can say that when men in their 40s, when they lose their job, basically is they 没有面子, they felt that they have no dignity, no pride, no nothing at all, and they refuse to go back. I see a lot of men in the mid-40s, no offense, but I see if you felt that ego and pride is very important and you don't go back to work, and who is going to feed the family? Your wife. And if you have kids, your wife would have to go back to work. Your wife have to take on a lot of responsibility. Your wife even have to start business, because there are moms that come to me, they have this kind of scenario. And the only way is for them to start a business. That's why they come and look for me, because I work with a lot of mompreneurs, mother who started a business, so I'm able to advise them what kind of business is suitable for them. So that's why it's very important to have. It's not to say that you need to become the alpha woman and stuff like that. It's to just be strong in financial, so that in the event that anything happens,
Yes,
anything happens,
correct.
it need not to become a divorce case. It's just that your husband at that point of time got laid off. The industry like oil and gas, or maybe aviation, or even shipping. Now it's all affected. So they
Yes.
it's understandable that they lose the job, and the whole industry, they can't, it's not that they don't want to go back to get a job. It's the whole industry is not employing at all. The whole industry is down.
Yes.
So when will they get back to job? It will at least take 6 months, because I have a friend who lost his job in shipping. He was like paid so really well, like 5 figures. Suddenly he just got laid off. Just on a Friday night, he got a letter and asked to go. And he has 4 kids. He just got laid off, and he said, "Brother, how?" Then the best thing is he still need to give allowance to his wife. I was like, "Bro, then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna wait for the next job?" So in the end, he drove taxi. But while he drove taxi, he keep on finding, and he was doing freelancing and all that stuff. It's just to keep him survive. But
Correct.
I've seen a lot of guys in their 40s having family, suddenly lost a job. They are not doing anything. Yeah. So this is something like you mentioned, Sarah. Thanks for putting it out. It's not whether you are single mom or single parent.
Yes.
It applies to anybody.
Not only you are a man or woman,
Correct.
as long as you are human, you cannot predict what is going to happen.
Correct.
Yes.
And a plan B is not enough. It's not that. The other thing that I want to share, maybe you can share with me. A lot of people think of having multiple sources of income, but in the end, they don't even have one active income. Would you suggest to someone to have multiple sources of income where they do not have one active income?
Okay, if there are multiple source of income, right? They explore and they work hard enough, and of course the platform must be correct. Yeah, if the platform is correct and they are able to the sort of like they don't have a plan A, but they have a B or C or something. So and one of it is able to help them to have a sustainable income if they work hard enough. Indeed, I mean, whatever you do, we need to work towards it. Yeah. So if you are able, if that stream is able to help you to have active income and sustainable, then yes, you not, because like for me, right, when I started doing freelancing, I don't consider that as an active income.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable also. So then when I started to do when I employ a corporate and I do my own business, then only one active income, but but actually that is not my at the start, that is not my major one. And that is because of I have been freelancing for too long. So when you first started to come out from corporate, right, the pay will not expect to be that high. And that's also why I have my own I start off my own business to cover up. To cover it up. So in this case, some people will think that will be saying that then in this case, if your active income is not too high, right, then you can actually go do full concentration on your main source. It's actually not wrong. It's correct. If you feel that the platform, the income, you work hard enough, you can actually bring in what you need, the amount of money that you need, then yes, you can actually concentrate on that.
Why I ask you that question? Because I also come across a lot of people telling me that, oh, Kenneth, that means even they have a secure or even sustainable active income, right? They are already thinking of multiple sources of income, because these are all what I call sold by a lot of gurus outside, that you must have multiple sources of income. But if you look at a lot of people who are successful, who are earning, who are wealthy, they always start with one active income until they are really good at it, then, or they have already earned their first pot of gold, or they have that saving enough that they can reinvest into putting into other multiple sources of income, then that is more viable, rather than spreading yourself thin across all other platforms, then it's still good for you to gather your resources and focus on one first before you start moving on. Because like for you have, although you have a job, but it's not it's sustainable, although it's not a huge amount of money, that's why you have the additional time and also opportunity by your boss to allow you to set up another company where you can also take in other jobs into your company. So which makes, because it's your own company, you earn more from there, because you can get a lot of more jobs that you are earning for 100%, and than you having what do you call that, a job or a salary. So this is something important, and that's where after 10 years of being in your business, being a financial controller in a US listed company, where I believe that you see that it's more stable, and you are not spending that much time as compared when you first started. That's why you venture into this global franchise, which is your plan C, which is something that you're building along the way, which has more leverage because of its business model. That's where you are coming in. So having said that, right, because I know that you and your sister Chris have co-founded the Noya Sisters. So maybe you can share with us what is the Noya Sisters all about?
Okay, Noya Sister is something that we wanted to have some. How do we? Because we want to let people have awareness as in like what we are going to share on like beauty, health, wellness, and then also like something that more of the lifestyle thing. So then when we are actually thinking of the name, then it comes by when because we are having some Nyonya blood. Because my grandmother is half Nyonya. But then because my mother and they are all brought up by my great grandmother, who is a pure Nyonya. So with our environment, our culture, right, is all we grown up in that environment.
Eating Noya food, wearing the Noya kebaya.
Yes, correct. So we like it a lot, especially the colors and stuff. So from then, right, then maybe from there, then we sort of think that, hey, why not we just use the Nyonya Sisters, because we have a bit of we are real sisters, although people say that we don't look alike.
The first time I saw both of you, like, are you sure you are real blood sister, or are you guys
real blood? Yes, because we are very fair. She look like my dad, I look like my mom. And my mom, for me, I think they say I look more like Peranakan, because I follow a lot on my mother's side. The skin color and stuff. So from then we think that, okay, then why not? Because we like the culture a lot.
Correct.
So, and we are going to share lifestyle thing, and then we are going to share a lot of tips, and then we all know that actually from old generation, Nyonyas all like to be very pretty, and all like to pretty, and then like take care of ourselves, dress very nice.
Correct.
And stuff. So it sort of like matches the whole thing, you see. So that's how the Nyonya Sister comes by. To let us share the culture, share whatever good tips on the beauty, health, and wellness, and then even to empower women with business opportunity to come out and then financially strong on their own. So because we both are sort of financially strong women. So we are,
especially you are also, like doing accounts, your numbers.
Correct. So we are also in financial industry.
Correct.
Yes, she's a CFO, I'm a FC. So why not we just have this team, and then this to bring out all this to our audience that
correct.
Because
who will be the best person to share about financial opportunity, and also to share with you how to earn more money, where both of you handle money for big companies and even for yourself, and for you running 3 businesses at one time is like, it's not easy. But you managed to pull off pull off it very easily, especially after 10 over years of doing it. So really happy to hear from you about today's topic, like why people should have plan B, and we are still having people that is still tuning in. Thanks a lot for those who are tuning in online.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. If you have any question, you can always post in the comments, and even after the show, me and Sarah, we will love to answer your question if you have any regarding about plan B, plan C, and what you should be looking at. So Sarah, maybe you can share with the audience, right, how can they get connected with you?
Okay, can connect me with through my Facebook, and then can private message me also, and then can go to the Nyonya Sister webpage. And then the Facebook page to actually get connected with me and my sister. Yes.
Okay. So for those who are tuning in, watching the replay or watching it live, you guys can go to the description. I've included Sarah's Facebook profile link inside, and also at the same time the Noya Sisters Facebook page and also IG. You can just click it and just PM them or DM them. So thanks a lot, Sarah. Last but not least, like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, every guest get to post a question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So are you ready to post your question of the day to the audience and also to the next guest?
Yes.
Okay, share with us.
Okay. Since we are on the topic of like no time, and then I want to do business, and then don't know whether to do or not to do, then I would like to maybe pose this question to you guys. If you are not doing anything now versus you will be doing something, what you see yourself becoming in the next 5 years?
Okay. So how would you rephrase that? So what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Like for retaining and current stage, or how would you be going to be like in the next 5 years, and versus if you are going into doing something.
Okay. So the question can be what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've written down. So the question of the day posted by Sarah is, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now? Okay. So this question of the day go out to the next guest and also to the audience. For those who are tuning in and watching the replay, you can post your answer in the comments, in the chat, and we will be happy to read them. Okay, so thanks, Sarah, and it's coming to the end of the show. And any last advice for the mothers who are thinking of stepping into entrepreneurship or even to pursue their passion? So any last advice for them?
Okay, sometimes we adults tends to think a lot. And it's also the thinking that will sometimes stop you from doing a lot of things. Probably just think of one thing. What is the risk between you doing and you are not doing something and you are not doing? Of course, this is something that you need to measure. If you are doing something that's why choosing a platform that have the most minimum or zero risk is important. So if you are already looking at it, then don't think so much.
Just jump into it. Right? Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for making the time, and thanks for those who are still tuning in, like Jonas, we have Sam, we have Elise, we have Josevi, we have Suyen, we have Crystal, we have Gigi, we have Simon, we have Alex, we have Wenwei. Thanks for those who are tuning in. Thanks everyone, and also thanks Sarah for sharing all these golden nuggets with us about your plan B, plan C, plan D. So it doesn't matter whether you are a woman, a mother, a wife, or whatever. As long as you're human, always have a plan B, plan C, plan D, because you do not know what will happen. Like how this pandemic has caused a lot of people to lose their job, or a lot of business going bust. So always have a plan B, plan C. Doesn't mean that the plan A will always work, but it's always good to have something in the pipeline you're working on. so that you can always transit to the next plan easily, rather than you just wait, because you will not be alone. Okay, so
Yes.
once again, thanks Sarah, and maybe you can
Thank you.
say hi, bye to everyone. So
Hi,
Kenneth
everyone.
here. Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in.
thanks a
And thank you,
lot.
Kenneth, for inviting.
You're welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
So Kenneth here signing off with Sarah. Thank you for watching Mompreneur Space live show, and I see you guys in the next episode. See you guys. Bye.